Hello everyone, Teacher Teresa here from VIPKID, Gogokid, and Outschool and Varsity Tutor. I want to talk to you today about how I keep an eye on my kiddos while I'm teaching and how I deal with teaching kids under the age of 6 in general. So Emily is my youngest and she is 3 now, and I have been with VIPKID for 3 years. So I've done the baby thing all the way up through 3. And when they were just both under 3, I only worked when they were sleeping or if my husband was home taking care of them. Now, I teach in my garage, and my kids are always in our RV. We live on my mother-in-law's property. So that in and of itself is very challenging because I cannot even just hear them around the house because they're nowhere near me. So I did have the audio baby monitor, but when they were really little, I just didn't feel comfortable not being able to see my kids, even if I know that they should be sleeping. So I did invest in a video baby monitor. Now, I'm a person who in the past would have not recommended a video baby monitor just because too many scary stories about hacking into video baby monitors. But then I found out that not all of them run on Wi-Fi, which was great for me anyway, because I get really poor Wi-Fi reception around here. So I got one that is not Wi-Fi based, so it won't be hacked. So if you're going to get a video baby monitor, first of all, I recommend making sure it's not a Wi-Fi based video monitor. Now, my kids are both over the age of 3, so I feel comfortable leaving them alone in the camper as long as I can see and hear them and they can talk to me. Now, ideally, I would like them to be able to see me too. So in the future, I'm probably going to get a second baby monitor so that I can put a camera in here that they'll be able to see on their side. But right now I can see them, they can hear me, but I'd like to switch that. So that would be great. So there's a thought you might want to buy too, because they don't, I mean, you could buy a second camera for this one, but that still wouldn't solve the problem because then I would just have 2 screens on here that I could flip through, and I don't want that. I want them to have a second receiver. So they'd have their own receiver, and that would be great. I used to pay a babysitter to come and be with them at the time that they woke up. So Dan always gets up around 7. And Emily doesn't get up until 8. So I would have a babysitter come at 7 and then be with them for just my last hour of teaching. So I was working 4 to 8. Well, it was 9 before they changed our contracts before they changed the law, and Chinese students can't work past 9 p.m. Beijing time anymore. So before that changed, I was working until 9:30-ish. Now I am only working until 8 because of the time change, but I'm going to start adding some morning reading classes with Outschool. And I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. I didn't just think of it until like today. So I'm going to add that to my schedule so I'll be able to work a little later. So I have always had a babysitter come when they're awake. And I do still have a sitter, but she's not coming every day anymore. I've started letting the kids have like 3 or 4 days a week where it's just them for that last hour in the camper, because my son is big enough that he can get himself and his sister a bowl of cereal and pop in a DVD. He knows how to use the DVD player, and they have a tablet that they can use. They can watch things. And I also think that I might start showing them playbacks of my VIPKID classes, because what a great way for them to watch other Chinese kids, because my kids are learning Chinese. So those kiddos are Chinese and are learning English. And I think it's just really interesting for my kids to watch. So I might put it on as like a bonus preschool class for them to watch some of the playbacks of my previous classes that I've had with students. Great tip for others. I have also already in the past used the materials tab to do lessons with my kids. So if you're at home stuck with your preschoolers and you're not sure what to do and you haven't thought of it yet, use that materials tab. It's a great resource for homeschooling your own kids in preschool. And it's free because you're a teacher and it's there for you. So oh, and it used to be that, when the lessons were done that you had already had, that you only had the playback of those classes, but now the materials still stay there. So you can even do old ones if you wanted to try to do them in the correct order. I don't put in as much time and effort into it unless I'm teaching something specific from our homeschool curriculum. Like we just did the Britain unit. in his social studies program. So I went through all the VIPKID British slides in order. I just had to go through all my years worth of classes and find them in the right order. So I would look and I would find the date that I taught it and write the course down so that I could teach them in the right order. It was very time consuming, but I think it was worth it because he really learned a lot. So I was proud of me and him for that. So that's my tip of the day. Video monitor for your kiddos and trying to work around their nap schedules. Because I get this question a lot. What do you do with small children? I've lived it and I'm still living it. So I hope everyone has a happy holiday and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.